Hello. 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 Hello.
Hello, teacher.
Okay, hello, Doc. Good evening. How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
Okay, I'm also fine, Doc. Okay, is that you in the picture? At your back? Look at. Is that you, Doc? In a wall. Picture in the wall.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's the picture of me.
Okay, that's okay. So, Doc, are you ready today?
Yes, I am ready.
Okay, Doc, can I ask, do you have any vacant time? Mm, are you vacant with, what is that, 8 p.m.?
Teacher,
Can you hear me?
yes, can you repeat again?
Okay, do you have a vacant time at 8 p.m.?
Teacher, what is vacant time?
Okay, I will type. Okay, sweet. Just wait for a moment. Okay, I have a chat for you. Do you have a vacant time at 8 p.m.? Are you vacant in that time?
I think,
Okay, type your answer. Because if you...
teacher is your free time.
yes, vacant time or a free time.
Teacher, wait a moment.
500 ano, di baylo ra ba na ako? Yes. They have a big...
I'm not sure.
You are not sure for that?
Yes. In teacher,
Yes.
free time at 8 p.m. On Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Yes. Do you
I
have a...
not sure.
okay.
Now I am free at 8 p.m. on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But if I if I study math classroom, I can study on this time. So I'm
Okay.
sure.
Okay, it is okay. Okay, it is okay, Doc. Don't you worry. Okay, I'm only asking, okay?
Yes.
Okay, so let's proceed, Doc. Okay, can we start now, Doc?
Yes.
Okay. Just wait for a minute. I will share the screen. Okay, so today, we are going to discuss about reading. Reading an unusual Pharaoh. Have you already finished this lesson?
No, but I have haven't studied it.
Okay, so you are studying this lesson.
No. Can you can we study the
Okay, what do you want?
the before lesson?
Okay, so you want to study another lesson?
Yes.
Okay, so what kind of lesson?
Um, I
Speaking,
think
reading, listening. So can you choose one so that I can download now?
uh, I
Okay, just
think
okay, just look this. Just wait for a minute. I will share your the screen, okay? So that
yes.
you can choose it. Okay. Just wait.
Teacher.
Okay, just wait for a while. I will download, okay? Just wait. Wait a minute.
Um, study.
Okay. Sorry,
Uh,
Doc. I cannot download the materials. Okay. Just wait for a minute.
study.
Okay.
Listening.
There is an error with our Gmail. Just wait. Just wait, Doc. One more minute. I cannot open my Gmail. So I will share the screen. Okay. Okay, just wait, Doc. Hmm.
teacher, we can
Yes.
study. We can study
Okay, what do you
the
want?
reading.
Okay, so do you want reading?
Yes,
Okay, so let's continue about reading.
yes. You know,
Okay, you can choose this. Writing, reading, speaking, or listening.
uh, reading.
Okay. Oh no. Okay, so we must reading.
Yeah, we study the the day five of reading is
You already done this animal version.
the
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 last.
day five. The day five.
Okay, what do you want? What is the title?
Um, I think this is day 10. Day 9 is I want to study day
Day
5.
9. Okay, just wait. I will
Day
find it.
5.
Day
5.
9.
5.
5. So turn off
Yes.
week.
Yes.
Okay, just wait for a minute. Oh no, what happened to this doc?
Okay, teacher.
Just wait for a while, doc, because it is loading. I don't know what happened to this. Okay, just wait for a minute so that it will open. Okay.
Teacher, if is take sometime we can study the lesson. What?
Okay, I only downloaded about listening, so that is a plan um, to discuss us today. But as you said, you want reading. Last time we discussed about reading, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we must change every day the lesson, okay? So that
Yes.
you will, okay, you will learn also in other lesson. We have speaking, reading, writing, and listening, right? So don't focus only on reading, okay?
Yes. Teacher,
Okay. Yes.
take many time we can study the day 14.
Okay. So doc, today I cannot download the lesson that you want. So can I ask a favor that we will study today about listening so that we can
Yes.
start?
Yes. Of course.
Okay. So next meeting I will prepare for that. Okay, doc? Are you okay for that?
Yes.
Okay, so today we have also a reading. That is not a listening, a reading, but that is day 14.
Yes.
An unusual Pharaoh. Okay? So next time, I will download for that, okay?
Yes.
Okay, so you want day 5, right? So on Friday, we will discuss about that, okay? So that today we can start. Okay, Doc?
Yes.
Okay, so let's start, Doc. So today, from the past, we have Unit 14, Doc. Please listen. Okay, please read what is that? What is the title? And unusual Pharaoh.
Yes. Unusual Pharaoh.
Okay, do you know about Pharaoh?
Pharaoh is the king of uh, the king of one country.
Yes, the king of one country. So now let's have a new words, okay? So please read it number 1 so that you will know the new words today. What is that word in number 1?
Uh,
Please read the word number 1,
no,
Egypt.
I can see uh
Oh, sorry, sorry,
the
sorry, sorry, sorry. Okay, can you see already?
yes.
Okay, please read it. New words number 1,
Egypt.
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 Next.
Rule.
Yes, very good. Rule. How about number 3?
Unusual.
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 Okay.
Angel. Teachers.
Distrust.
Teachers.
Next.
Uh, Risk.
Number 7, please read it.
Relief.
Re-
Religious.
okay, religion.
Number SD. Devout.
Devoted.
Devoted. Mind.
Next. Myth.
Belief. Worship.
Worship. Worship.
Worship.
Okay. Yes.
Dedicate. Dedicate.
Dedicated. Dedicated.
Dedicated. Determine.
Okay. Determine.
Dynamic.
Determine.
Determine. Uh, Mystery.
Mastery. Okay. Next.
Clueless.
Illness.
Illness.
Okay, very good. Now, please read this. An unusual Pharaoh. Can you read that?
Yes. Uh, Achilles come to
Came.
power.
Came. That is came.
Accumulation came to power as your pharaoh of Egypt about uh, 3,340 years ago and ruled for nearly 8 years. He was a usual. Later, he created a lot of angels and teachers among the priests, leaders, and common people of his land. He was not like the other ruler before him. He does not spend his time trying to please all of many gods of his country religion. He was devoted only to a next important god known as pertains the sun god.
God.
God. The symbol of this god was a sun on a round disk without a face. The symbol was sitting high in the sky.
Okay. So this discuss about an unusual pharaoh. So Akhenaten, okay, just lesson. Akhenaten came to power as the pharaoh of Egypt. So this is the pharaoh of Egypt named Akhenaten, okay? So about 3,340 years ago and ruled for nearly 18 years. So Akhenaten is served in the Egypt as nearly 18 years, okay? He was an unusual leader. He created a lot of anger and distrust among the priests, leaders, and common people of his land. So, Akhenaten is not a good leader, right? Or is not a good pharaoh of Egypt. He was not like the other rulers before him. He did not spend his time trying to please all of the many gods of his country's religion. He was devoted only to a less important god known as Aten, the son of God. So Akhenaten is he is the very devoted about the god of sun, the son of God, okay, who is called Aten. So the symbol of his god was the sun on a round disk without a face. The circle was sitting high in the sky. So that's why um, Akhenaten is the son of God. Okay, just remember that. Now let's proceed. Please read that.
However, the determined king builds a new capital city. Is dedicated to Athens. He and his wife were very determined to train the minds of his people. How Athens legends die is a mystery. Some historians think he might have been killed by enemies. His nice new countries and new religions. Others think he might have died of illness or some other natural cause. After his death, the new ruler as prescriptively returns to the old capital city and the old realized practice. Akhenaten was the father of King Tut, who died as a child.
Okay. So however, the determined king built a new capital city dedicated to Aden. He and his wife were very determined to change the mind of his people. How Akhenaten died in a mystery. So Akhenaten was died already for a mystery. Why? Some historians think that he may have been killed by enemies. So Akhenaten is not a good leader, right? As we all know. So as he died, that is a very mystery in their place. Why? Um, the other people think that Akhenaten was killed by the enemies, right? The enemies that they don't like the new city or the new religion. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, other things he may have died or illness or some other natural cause. After his death, the next ruler and the priest quickly returned to the old capital city and the old religious practices. Akhenaten was the father of King Tut, who died at a young age. So being a leader, Akhenaten is not totally a good leader. Why? Because he changed everything for for this country or their city, right? So the old city, he become about the new city, and the old religious, he also changed about new religious, right?
Yes.
Okay, so after Akhenaten was die, so everything was come back in normal. So um the ruler that what is that? The next ruler of Akhenaten and the priest. So they quickly return the old city and the old religious practices, right? So only Akhenaten died at a young age for his serving in the city, and um, he is only the one who determined to change the minds of other people in their city. Okay. So next, please read that. Okay, just wait. Okay, so we already done about that. Okay, so which okay, which of the following would he the best tide for the passage? Can you read the passage?
Yes.
And what is the
Uh,
title for that?
I think Wait, teacher, read the question.
Okay,
Which of the following books is the best types of the fishes?
passage. Okay. Okay, what is the best title for that passage?
Uh, the answer is B. Ascend Pharaoh. Teacher,
Yes.
why don't you show me the answer?
Sorry. Okay, can you see already for this? Okay, I will read for you, okay? So, okay, just wait for a while. Akhenaten came to power as a pharaoh. We already read that, right? So, he died as a mystery. So, the question is, which of the following would he the best tide for the passage? So, what is the title for that? What do you think is the title?
The title.
Yes. So, we already know that Akhenaten, he only, what is that? He only knows about the important God, okay, in this country. So the God is that the son of God, okay? It is called Athens, right?
Yes.
Okay. So the best answer or the best side for the passage is all about Athens Pharaoh. Why? What do you think? Why that is the answer?
Because he's
Okay, so Athens Pharaoh is the best tide for the passage because Akhenaten is the pharaoh of Egypt, right?
yes.
Okay. And he was only devoted to one God, right?
Yes.
Okay. So what is the name of that God? That is the Son of God. So that is called Aten, right?
Yes.
So that's why the best side for the passage is Athens Pharaoh. So Athens is a god of sun, right? So Pharaoh,
Yes.
that is the leader of the Egypt, or that is the president, or that is the person who is the high possession in that city. Okay, so that is
Yes.
Athens Pharaoh. Now let's proceed. From the context of the passage, who would most likely be referred to as devoted? Okay, what do you think is the answer? A, a friend, B, a leader, C, a believer and a follower, D, a king.
Letter C, a believer as follower.
Yes, very good. From the context of the passage, who would be most likely be referred to as devoted? So as we all know, devoted is that is the first that is a believer or that is a follower, a listener, a speaker that is a devoted. Okay? Okay, you're
Yes,
correct now. Now let's proceed.
my answer.
Okay, what would a determined ruler he likely to do?
Noting his own way regardless of criticism.
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 Okay, so what would determine ruler he likely to do? So Akhenaten, he is always though his own way, right? See, he always change
Yes.
everything so that he will follow his own way, right? Even though there are many criticism in what he was doing, but sadly, he continue of his own way. Okay?
Yes.
Okay, next. According to the passage, who was related to Akhenaten? Can you remember that?
Uh, the was the king. My answer is it.
Okay,
Because
so
the son of Akhenaten.
yeah, so Doc, as we remember, Akhenaten is a king of Thoth, right?
Yes.
Okay, look at Akhenaten was the father of King Tut. So he is the father of the King Tut who died at the youngest age. So that is related to as Akhenaten, King Tut. Okay, very good. Now let's proceed, Doc. Which god did Akhenaten be devoted?
Akhenaten devoted only to a less important god known as Aten, the sun god.
Yes, very good. He is only devoted the sun god that is called Aten. Okay, now, why most of the press felt that Akhenaten was putting the nation in danger?
I think uh, they think the the Akhenaten make the god too angry.
Yes, so
Uh,
first felt that Akhenaten,
many uh, many of his subjects in small of the blind feel that he was putting the nation in danger by making all of the other was angry.
yes, so Akhenaten was putting the nation in danger because, okay, the other gods was made, what is that? The other god made them angry. Why? Why the other god made angry? Because Akhenaten is only devoted for the sun god Aten, right? So Aten is not only the god of the Egypt, right? So there are many god in Egypt. So that's why the press called that Akhenaten was putting the nation in danger. Why? Because if you are a Pharaoh, you must see to it that the other god or the other follower or believer in your city must be fair or that is balanced. You must only not focus on one. So akin natin do is he focus only one without knowing that there are many gods angry with him, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let's proceed. So what is the symbol of Aten?
The symbol of Adi is uh, the symbol of this wood was a sun on around it without a face.
Yes, so the symbol of Aten is it was a sand on a round desk without a face. So that is sand god. Okay, Aten is a sand god. Okay, now let's proceed. Okay, so instead of something, I like using my phone instead of my computer. Okay, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Which do you like to use? Your cell phone or your computer?
I don't have phone.
Okay, you don't have phone, but you have a computer, right?
Yes. And I'm not using the computer.
Yes. So now, Doc, which is the best for you? Reading a books or reading a story in the computer?
I like reading the book.
Okay, you like to read in a book.
Yes, I prefer reading uh, a book to reading a story.
Yes, so you are prepared that you want to read. You like to read a story in the books, not in a computer. Why? Why you are like to read a story in the books? Computer and books is the same, right? There are also many articles in the computer to read it, and also in the books. The books has many pages also, right?
I understand, and I prefer read a story on a book to read a story in a computer.
Okay, so it is great. So you must do in only in reading books, not in reading in the computer, right?
Yes.
So okay. Okay, so determine to verb, okay? So please read that. I determine to love her forever. Please read that. Okay.
Um.
I
Uh.
determine.
I determined to love her the forever.
Yes, I determine to love her forever. So do you know what is verb?
The verb enough.
So what is verb though? Can you remember your lesson? What is verb?
Yes. Verb
Okay.
is action.
Yes, very good. Verb is an action word. Okay, can you give me example of an action word?
Walk, walk, work, cook,
Yes.
fight, fighting.
Okay. So verb is an action word, right? So there are many action word that you do, right? So how about okay, there are many kinds of verb. There are linking verb, right? A singular verb or a plural verb. Okay, can you remember that?
Yes.
Okay, so in this lesson, in the last part, we studied about only verb that is an action word. Okay. So Doc, okay, what have you learned today before we end? Okay, what have you
We
learned about
study
this? Yes.
we study about the open nature, nature. The Pharaoh king
Okay,
of
so
the Egypt. Egypt.
you studied today about the unusual Pharaoh. So in the story, what have you learned? What
I learned
lesson did you get for this?
uh, the this Pharaoh is build a new city and uh, but uh, but someone kill his and um, the the new countries uh train train to the old country is on the Indonesian and the rules train again to the old country.
Okay. So in our story, the unusual Pharaoh. Okay, the best lesson for this story, Doc, is if you are a leader, be a good leader. Okay? So if you
Yeah.
are a leader, you must see the side of the other people or the situation of the other possession or example. In this story, there are many gods, right? Not only one God. So
Yes.
being a leader, you must recognize, right, the other people in your city. And also, if you are going to change the what is that? If you are going to change your city or the old religious that you have, so you must be a good always. Why? So that there are many people or there are many leaders also who will follow you, right? And what is that? They are always at your side or they are always helping you about your rules in that city. Okay?
Yes.
Okay. So that is the best lesson. Be a good leader at all times so that you will not die at a young age. Okay? Okay. So just be a responsible person of your duties and responsibilities. Okay, Doc?
Yes.
Okay, so do you have any question for the story today?
No.
No. So I hope, Doc, you will understand and I hope you will put in your mind about the story today that being a person, you must be a good one always. Okay, just remember that even though you are not a leader, you're only an ordinary person in your city. So be a good always so that there are many people who will like you also. Okay, and who will treat you also very carefully. Okay? Okay, so next meeting, Doc. What is that? What Okay, on the next Friday, we will discuss about the lesson that you want, okay? That
The,
is
we
okay.
still we still study reading.
Friday.
Uh, yes, it's Friday.
Okay, so we will see you on Friday, right? So we must study about the day 5 as you said.
Yes, very
Okay.
fine.
So on the next day, I will prepare for your lesson, okay?
Yes,
So just study, Doc, okay? I know you can do it. Okay?
yes.
Okay, thank you so much, Doc. Bye-bye. Good night, Doc. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.